trying to figure out what's going on this morning as far as the mask and what's the situation.
Yeah. You're asking?
I'm asking because they won't let you in the building.
Oh yeah.
And I'm
Like I
trying to figure
told
out
you.
why.
Well, like I told you before, I have a medical condition.
Okay.
Prevents me from wearing the mask.
Okay.
Like that's why I didn't have it on before. Pretty much.
What's the medical condition?
It's just heavy congestion.
Okay.
Like it's kind of difficult to breathe even right now. So.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Unfortunately, they won't let you in the building without it, and you've got a court date upstairs this morning, so we're kind of in a tough situation.
Well, I called in about 3 weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
I needed a court order to get things out, but I also wanted to settle things out of court.
Okay. Well, there's no way to settle things out of court. They have a criminal case filed against you. So today's what's called early disposition. It's a chance for the DA to make an offer on the case to see if it can be resolved. And if it can't be, then it moves on to what's called a preliminary hearing, which is where they have witnesses come into court to testify. So I can let you know what the offer is this morning, because that's kind of what
Sure.
today is for. So the charge carries carry a maximum 3 years, 8 months custody time if you're convicted at trial. It's 3 years each, 3 years, 8 months combined. Prosecutor's offer this morning is a plea to count 1, which is the second-degree burglary charge, for 2 years probation, 6 months of anger management counseling, or 180 days pending jail, one or the other. So probation plus either jail or anger management.
What is probation? So, yeah,
You have a
let's
report
go
to
slow.
probation officer, avail laws. They usually have your report monthly. You have to keep them aware of where you're living, that kind of thing.
And I would have to stay living in California?
Unless probation agrees to transfer your probation. So basically, if you're planning on moving, you have to apply to probation for an intercounty transfer, and then it's up to them. It usually takes a little while to get those done if they're accepted, but that's through the probation department.
Okay. And what if I don't want to take that deal? What
Then
can we
you'd
do?
have a preliminary hearing 30 court days from now, which would be October 5th. At the preliminary hearing, they'll have witnesses come into court and testify. Judge would listen to evidence and decide if there's enough evidence to hold you over for trial, and then if so, they'd set a trial date up in the trial court.
Okay.
If you're going to set it for a preliminary hearing, I can appear for you this morning and do that. That's not a problem. I'll just explain to the court what the situation is. You can set it over for a prelim date. That would be October 5th. If you want to do that. Sounds like that's where you're kind of leaning on this, because that's correct.
Well, I mean, I don't need anger management, and I don't need probation for 2 years. The reason why I was in the building in the first place is because I felt like God led me there that morning. Anyway, I needed a place to sleep because I live on the streets. So I even paid $20 to get down here, even though I live on the streets. So I'm doing the best I can, and I even have a job. So, I mean...
So it sounds like it's not going to resolve based on what you're telling me, so we should probably just set the preliminary hearing date. So I can let the court know that you're here and out here and that you've got a medical condition. So I'll just appear, if it's okay, I'll appear on your behalf in the courtroom and tell the judge to send over the preliminary hearing. Okay. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So it'll be October 5th. I'll bring down a yellow slip with an appearance date on it as soon as I see the judge.
Also, possible, I really need my phone and my things. I really need my phone because that's how I have my business. I have money in the stock market, like I told you.
Okay.
And they told me at the Manhattan Beach Police Department that it was they need a court order because they were holding it for evidence.
Let me ask, if it's being held as evidence, then they're not going to release it until the case is resolved.
Yeah.
If it's not being held as evidence, then it can be released.
I don't see why would my phone be evidence?
In this type of case, it shouldn't be. In
So
some cases, it's kind of obvious why it would.
Yeah.
But if my DA's position is if they're holding it as evidence, then she's going to object to any return of property.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to her about it as soon as I get upstairs.
Yeah.
I'll make the request to the judge.
Yeah.
If he grants that, when I come down with your return slip, I'll bring the return of property order. If he denies it, then we can always make that motion again when you come back in, but we'll try to see if we can do it this morning.
I mean, it'd be great because I cannot access the stock. I have money in the stock market, and I'll probably lose it if I don't have that phone.
Okay, let me get talk to the DA and the judge on that, and then I'll be down here as soon as possible. I'm not sure if he's still on the bench now, but it shouldn't be too much longer. Okay?
The reason why you didn't see me here before is because I went to use the bathroom, and I have to go. 7-Eleven's all the way over there. I have to go again. So
yeah, no worries.
just call me.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go use the bathroom.
Okay, when you're done, just come back, and then I'll get you this.
All right, Islam. Yep.